Hey guys, welcome to TecQuipped. In this video, I'm going to be helping you build a plan for your first 30 days as a product manager. Your first 30 days as a product manager is probably going to be one of the most important periods in your career at that specific company. So let's get started. So I've segmented my plan in 4 different weeks, and these weeks are then sub-segmented into specific set of days. I'm not going to go by day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm going to group certain days and weeks wherever required in order to keep the plan really crisp and ensure you are able to diligently follow this. So week 1, day 1 and 2. So this is when you're just starting out. There are 6 things you should absolutely do. Number 1, meet the team and go out on a lunch. Number 2, don't talk about product, about your experiences and introduce yourself. Speak to your manager on the first day and make a list of names that you should have a conversation with. Don't give out any recommendations for product or company, etc., etc. Speak about their experiences at the company and what they do and how you can help. Finally, take notes of everything. Week 1, day 3 and 5. Start speaking to the relevant stakeholders across marketing, sales, tech, product and support. Start learning about the product. Do your research about competitor products and start taking notes of all of this. Learn about the internal tools that you need to know. Moving on to day 5 and 7, and this is probably going to be a weekend. On weekend, you can spend some time learning about the product and probably get to a point where you become comfortable with the product. Spend time learning about the tools that are necessary for this job. If you want to learn basic tools for product management, check out the link in the description. Moving on to week 2, day 8 and 10, start attending daily scrums. You won't understand a thing, but that's okay. Don't start interrupting the calls though. Take notes and actionables across all calls. Clarify if you don't understand something. Third, start learning about market, users and competition. Start attending customer calls. Take access to databases, tools wherever necessary. Start looking at dashboards. Day 11 and 12. Start collating all your product feedback in one place. Start taking notes about your market research and speak to your colleague or manager to clarify any open questions. Start asking questions in the customer calls to see the kind of pain points our product is solving. Ensure that you attend all scrum calls and focus on taking notes. Day 13 and 14, yet another weekend. Spend some time cleaning up your feedback doc or research doc and spend time reading about the market. Now week 3, set up meetings with different departments and with the right stakeholders who are directly responsible for this specific department. Validate all your research notes with your manager or a domain expert. At this point, you can start asking questions in Scrum, but don't ask too many questions. The questions should be asked the goal to get clarity on something. Next, probably the most important thing, pick up a project. For this, speak to your manager and start evaluating the approach you'd want to take. Start building a team or discuss the project with the team if it already exists. Start your research on the project. Build an entire plan and understand what are the right metrics for you and the product to succeed. Avoid speaking to your teams on weekends, but if they are setting up a discussion, ensure that you are a part of that. Week 4, day 22 to 28. Start early work on your project and decide what are the important things and try to break the project down. Ensure that you communicate the impact of the project with everyone who's involved. Be open to getting feedback from your team members. In fact, ask for it. Spend time with this team and try to build a relationship and decide what is important for your team, you and your product to succeed. Day 29 and 30, speak to your manager about the initiatives you've taken in the last 30 days and get feedback. Get the validation on the direction you're currently moving in and course correct if necessary. If you're moving in a direction that was not intended for you, go back to the start of week 4, decide what are the right metrics and course correct. The first 3 weeks are not going to change, regardless the kind of feedback you get from your manager. Remember, the first 30 days of your job will probably set a course for the entire year, so ensure that you get as much clarity as possible and focus on the right things. If you pick up wrong things to start off with, it's going to be a bumpy road ahead. This is where I'd want to recommend you to watch another video. I talk about 10 mistakes should not make in their first 30 days as a product manager. But otherwise, this is going to be it. I hope this plan will help. Have a great career as a product manager. If it did help you, leave feedback in the comments, subscribe to the channel and drop a like. See you in the next video.